Hey everybody, on today's episode of RATTLECAN Guitar Restorations, we are going to make a guitar tuner clamp. Stand by. Alright, let's get this done. It's not terribly complicated because, well, I did it. I got two pieces of wood. These are the pieces of wood that I use because these are the pieces of wood that I have. There is a little bit of logic to it, but not much. The base that I have is 1 5/8 inches wide and it's 2 inches long. I'm using it at a 3/4 inch stock because I have 99% of my stuff is 3/4 inch stock. This is pine. This is off one of those big project panels, and the reason that I'm using this is because not necessarily you, I want my base to be soft. I want it to be a softer wood, hopefully lessening the chances I'm going to screw something up, even though we'll be using cauls and stuff like that. So that's that piece of wood. This piece of wood is cherry because, well, I have a crap ton of cherry. This is 3/4 square by 1 5/8 inches, and notice how that sits right there on that nifty little piece of wood, just like that, because what we're attempting to replicate is this. This is the one that I built not too long ago. So here's what I've done. First of all, you have to kind of locate where you think your tuner is going to fit, and that depends on what kind of tuner you have. So this is where you kind of got to use the noggin thing. So what I did is I've placed mine like so, and I used a pencil and kind of drew out where that's going to hit. Okay, and then I kind of did a similar thing over here, and that gave me a center line. So I know that I need to drill my hole right about there for this thing to go through, and with that I'm going to use this is just a 1/4 inch drill bit. That's what I'm going to use. So then this piece of wood will sit like that. I'm going to draw a line across here. Now my tuner is going to stick out, but what I'm trying to get is a hole that is centered up over the hole in my tuner. So what I've done is I've drawn this line, and then depending on how far over and how long your shaft is and all kinds of stuff like that is going to depend on where you draw this line to come out at. I go over a little more than 1/8 of an inch, line it up with the hole, and that's where my 5/16 hole is going to go through. So let's go ahead and drill those real quick. While apparently the world falls down around us. Make sure you're drilling into something so you are not blowing out the backside of your block, as I tend to do. Depending on your tuner, your drill sizes may be entirely different than mine. That's okay. Dump this in my lap, so that way I'll look all rugged and woodworky and stuff. So now I have this tuner will go into here like this, and then my wire will come right up through that hole, and I can string it through here. So now we have to get these two pieces of wood together. That's flat. That's flat. Actually work better if we line it up like that. So how are we going to glue it? Well, hot hide glue, of course. I always shake it up. I have these little glass beads in here, and I always shake it up because I want to get the heavier proteins up off the bottom, because those are the ones that are really, really sticky. Goes like that. Yep. Horribly complicated stuff, glue. There we go. we'll wait for that to dry, and then we'll finish it up. Now, if you're impatient, as I am, if you creatively apply your clamp, then while it is curing, you can knock some crap over, make a mess. You can pre-drill your holes, your mounting holes. And I just use a scratch awl to mark the position, and I just use this little pin drill. And in the time that it has taken me I drilled these 3 holes, then I drilled these other 3 holes, I lightly chamfered them, I glued them together, and in the time it took me to do that, this one's done. And there you go. Is there a more elegant way to do this? I'm sure there is. Could you be like super fancy and make this out of exotic offcuts, or something better than just pine and scrap cherry? Of course you can. But this gets the job done that I need it to do, and it doesn't cost me anything, and it's quick and easy. So if you're out and about and you see a guitar and it's a piece of crap guitar and somebody wants $5 for it at a garage sale, could you get 6 tuners off of it and make 6 crack clamps? And would that be worth $5? That's up to you to decide. So there you go. Easy to make crack clamps, and in the next video I'll show you how we use them. Have a good one. Cheers.
Hey, if you like this episode of RATTLECAN Guitar Restorations, you might want to check this video out as well. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, and if you'd like to help the channel grow, consider stepping over to our Patreon page and giving that a look. Y'all have a good weekend. Cheers.